Megaton! Or should I say Mega Evolution? Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another Pokemon X and Y news video, hot off the press from Coro. We have some brand new scans, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, X and Y is getting fucking bonkers. This is ridiculous. What's going on? What have they done to Pokemon? I don't know. Oh my lord, so much crazy stuff to discuss. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. So, today, the 8th of August 2013, it was revealed via the Japanese publication Coro that a new form of Pokemon is in existence, the Mega Pokemon. A name which seems very Japanese and perhaps will change when it comes to these shores, but in essence what this is a new evolutionary stage. Now, these are somewhat being referred to as forms, but they also change into these forms via a process called Mega Evolution, so one might think that they are in fact a new type of evolution, which is just completely off the wall and something that I didn't expect whatsoever. Pokemon X and Y is getting crazy, man. It's just doing things that no one expects, and I like it. I'm enjoying it. It's fascinating. So far, Pokemon that are confirmed to have Mega forms or Mega evolutions are Blaziken, Absol, Lucario, Mawile, Ampharos, and of course, Mewtwo. Now it all fits into place, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone knew about the new Mewtwo form. It was supposedly, of course, a form. It has now been revealed that it is part of the Mega range of Pokemon, and it is shown alongside them. We have also found out that MegaMawile is going to be a Steel Fairy type, and normal Mawile will also have this typing, so they'll both be Steel Fairy. MegaMawile has also gained the ability Huge Power, which seems bonkers, but you know, I believe that the original Mawile didn't have a fantastic attack stat. It was okay, but you know, it was a low-tiered Pokemon. I'm not sure if these Mega forms will actually change the Pokemon stats, how much effect that will have, but if it changes its stats by increasing them and gives it huge power, it seems pretty scary. It has also been confirmed that MegaBlaziken will have access to Speed Boost, just like original Blaziken does, and MegaLucario will have Adaptability, which is an ability I don't think it actually has currently, which very interesting, and that could be very powerful. MegaAmpharos, however, probably the most interesting, now has access to Magic Bounce, a much sought after ability given to both Xatu and Espeon, who both abuse it fantastically in their respective tiers, and that's one to look out for certain. As I have already mentioned, Pokemon will become Mega through a process called Mega Evolution, and in the game you'll actually learn about Mega Evolution from a new character that's been revealed. Her name is Karuni, it's the Japanese of course, and she is a new gym leader, and apparently she holds the key to unlocking and understanding this entire process. The final thing that we know about these Mega Pokemon is that there will be an event for Pokemon X and Y, the first event, which will take place from the release date, October 12th, until January 15th, where you will be able to obtain a Torchic that holds an item called Blaziken Knight, and it will eventually apparently become Mega Blaziken, and apparently it also needs a Mega Stone of some description. Very vague, not much that we can glean from that, apart from that perhaps you need a specific item or specific circumstances for these Pokemon to become Mega, but of course that will all be revealed in due time. So that's all the information we have on the Mega Pokemon so far. We don't obviously know whether this will affect more than the select group that has been chosen to be revealed, the 6 Pokemon, but if they were to expand it to the entire roster, I think it would be a bit of a game breaker. I mean, imagine, you know, you got 600 odd Pokemon. You wouldn't be making all of them, obviously, Mega forms, because some of them are pre-evolutions and stuff like that. Majority of them are. So at least like 200 or so, or 300, that would have to have this kind of implementation, which seems nuts, added to the fact that they're adding a whole bunch of new Pokemon as well, and they're retroactively fitting a lot of them with new Fairy types. There's going to be new Fairy types themselves. It's crazy. It seems like they are putting in a huge amount of work into this game and trying to change it up absolutely. In terms of from a competitive standpoint, because of course that is what we care about, I'm somewhat concerned that perhaps these Mega Pokemon will be too powerful for the standard metagame and thus will be banned to Ubers or whatever. Or perhaps we'll be in a situation where everything is at such a power level that they will be part of standard play and a lot of older Pokemon will just drop down into lower tiers. That could be a potential possibility. I mean, when you have something like MegaMawile getting an extra boost perhaps in its stats and getting access to huge power, you know, that doesn't seem like something that would be banned because, of course, we have the case of Azumarill with huge power, and that thing does pretty well for itself. But certainly MegaMawile is going to rocket itself up some tiers, the Mega form, of course, and will be something to contend with, I guess. And if this happens across the board, there's going to be a lot of Pokemon that were formerly low-tiered if they get cool new abilities. Like, I mean, look at Absol. Absol is a good Pokemon. It's great. Giving it Magic Bounce is pretty freaking fantastic. Like, that thing can never be burned again. It can be used utility-wise to stop Stealth Rocks and everything. You know, Xatu even rose a huge amount just because of that one ability. Xatu isn't a particularly great Pokemon when it comes to the stat distribution, but just because of its ability, it has been, you know, ranked up, and it's doing well for itself. So I certainly think that this is going to have a huge and interesting twist on the entire metagame. But we don't really know too much about it is the problem so far. It has only been revealed through scans. There's no real concrete information as to changing stats and all that stuff. And I don't know, man. It's just a crazy, crazy amount of new stuff that is coming to X and Y. I like it because it means that everything is going to be fresh again, and it's just going to be... A Pokemon game has not really excited me for such a long time, and this one is really stirring the fire. It's really stoking the flame here. I'm very, very excited for what's going to happen. The other really curious thing about Mega Evolution is that they don't seem to be holding back on it at all. I mean, if you're going to go ahead and give one of the most powerful Pokemon in the current metagame, Mewtwo, an even bigger, better, stronger form, then it kind of sets the precedent for doing everything, like going bonkers. I mean, Kyogre, let's pick Kyogre. Kyogre's a fucking destruction force in Ubers. Destructive force, one might say. Give that thing a mega form? Make it better than it already is? Really? Are you seriously gonna do stuff like that? Because it could just break Pokemon. It could just absolutely break them. Make them unbelievably strong. Can you imagine if Arceus got a Mega form? Can you get better than God? Yes. Mega God. Go on. Might as well. I mean, it's ridiculous, guys. It's somewhat ridiculous. But, having said that, if this treatment is applied to everything, then it could even create a new metagame within itself. Like, the Mega metagame. If everything gets a Mega form, then it's perhaps sets a precedent to do that. I mean, there could be a reason not to, but, you know, potentially, yes. Potentially, that's what could happen. Anyway, that's what I think in terms of the competitive side. But aesthetically, visually, I like the look of some of these Pokemon. In particular, MegaMawile looks like a freaking badass. As well as I like Lucario and Blaziken. Ampharos, not so much. I don't know, Ampharos is a weird Pokemon to include here, because it's just, you know, Ampharos has kind of been useless a lot of the time. I know MegaMawile has as well, but I feel like Ampharos is even more useless than MegaMawile. And the way that they've visually enhanced Ampharos is really ridiculous. It's just got a white wig. He's got a white wig on. What? Like, I don't know. It seems like he's old grandfather Ampharos. You know, telling stories by the lighthouse. Just chilling. I don't know. It's not particularly appealing to me. But I guess that's, from a visual design standpoint, that's what they decided to go for. And I'm not going to argue with them, but not my choice for what I would make Ampharos look like, honestly. So there you have it. The Mega Evolutions, they're here to stay, apparently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just covering the basics of it. I will be talking a lot more about Pokemon X and Y in the coming weeks, days, months. Yes, it's very close now. It's only a couple of months away. I will be doing another video that will go up after this covering a few extra new Pokemon that have been revealed. I didn't want to put them in this because I felt like this video was the one to cover the Mega Evolutions, and it's such big news and such interesting and fascinating news that I didn't want to get the other stuff bogged down in that. So there are a few new Pokemon revealed. I will cover those in a secondary video, but that is going to be it for this one. If you guys did enjoy, then please leave a like rating. That helps out tremendously and will of course help to spread the news about this information that has recently come out. You may also leave your comments below. What do you think? Is this too far? Has Pokemon gone fucking bananas? Fairy type, Mega Evolutions? Is the world coming to an end as we know it? Tell me your innermost, deepest thoughts and concerns about the Pokemon X and Y games in the comments. Very good place for discussion. That's going to be that. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.